So karma is the law of cause and effect. And we all know karma never forgets an address. So whoever has done wrong to you, let karma take care of it.
Christians, listen up. The video I stitched has over 2 million views and over 300,000 likes. So if you consider yourself a Christian, this video is going to explain why many people misuse the word karma and why Christians cannot and will not believe in karma. So many people have been misled by this, so let's clear this up. Now, I find it interesting that the man in the video spoke of karma as if it were a being or a person who enacts judgment. As a doctrine, karma means the moral law of cause and effect. The law of karma states that what you did in your previous lives has brought you to where you are in your present life. Furthermore, what you do in your present life will determine your next life. Thus, Hinduism, in all its forms, attempts to find a way out of the seemingly never-ending cycle of reincarnation and to break the bondage of karma. Now, the man I stitched at the beginning of my video is a Theravada Buddhist. Buddhism grew out from Hinduism, but not as an extension to validate Hinduism. Rather, Buddhism grew out of contempt for the religious rigmarole and to reject Hinduism. In a time when the multitudes were passively relying on Brahmins to tell them what to do, Buddha challenged each individual to do his own religious thinking and seeking. So, Buddha preached a religion of intense self-effort. Essentially, no one is going to save you, therefore you must save yourself. Theravada Buddhists hold that humanity is on its own in the universe. No gods exist to help us over the hurdles or pull us out of the pits, so self-reliance is our only recourse. And that's why the man's comment about karma is so interesting to me. Why would karma remember your address if karma is not a being who could remember your address? One of the biggest reasons that people hold the belief of karma is because they believe it is just. Well, to many people, the idea of having more than one opportunity at life seems to be the most equitable solution. Suffering in this life can be justified if it be really an outworking of karma from past lives. This explanation eliminates the need to make God responsible for suffering. All suffering can be explained as the just outworking of bad deeds done in former incarnations. Listen, clearly the most attractive aspect of reincarnation is that everyone would eventually be saved due to the many opportunities to live life the right way. Reincarnation, however, is not justice. No, not at all. The innocent are not truly innocent because the karma of their past lives is causing the suffering. Reincarnation doesn't deal with justice, it simply dismisses the injustice. There is no need to take personal responsibility because one could always have another chance. But what good is another chance if one doesn't even realize that it is another chance? Why don't we remember any of our past mistakes if we are supposed to correct them? I mean, is it really fair for God to punish people for the sins they don't even remember committing? And if karma is not even a being who could judge, how could karma judge anyone? Karma is not a moral prescription. It is a system of retribution only. It has no content to tell us what to do. It is an impersonal, a moral law of act-consequence relations. But unless something is absolutely right, nothing can be actually right. And if nothing is right or wrong, then karma has no business punishing anyone for it. And in a pantheistic, polytheistic, and pluralistic religion such as Hinduism, there cannot be absolute truth, nor can there exist an absolute moral standard. So why punish people for some wrong if there is no moral standard of right and wrong? However, there does exist an absolute moral standard. One cannot accept the doctrine of karma without also accepting the doctrine of reincarnation. And reincarnation is ultimately anti-humanitarian. That's right, philanthropy ends up contradicting the purpose of karma. According to traditional Hindu belief, anyone who helps those who suffer is not increasing the karma of those being helped. It only increases the karma of the people who are doing the act of helping. So people suffer to work off their karmic debt. And if you help them, well then they'll have to, come back again and suffer even more to work off that debt. Also, if reincarnation were correct, society would be improving. However, there is no evidence that such moral progress is being made. All we have improved is the means by which we can manifest hate, cruelty, racism, barbarism toward other human beings. No. Reality reflects what is written in the Christian Bible, that humanity is fallen, sinful, and things will only get worse until Christ returns. Reincarnation has failed as a solution to the problem of evil. In fact, reincarnation is found within the pantheism of Hinduism, and pantheism is a denial of evil due to its denial of physical reality. But in conclusion, listen, discipline is in the present and faces forward to the future. However, punishment is in the future and looks back at the past. A loving God, such as in Christianity, a loving God carefully disciplines and reluctantly punishes. God has given us many opportunities to acknowledge His existence and accept His offer of forgiveness. No one has an excuse. And hell is God's necessary justice for His loving gift of free will and His free offer of salvation out from His grace. Therefore, karma does not remember your address or judge you, because karma is not a being who could remember your address or judge you. If you're acknowledging a judge, you're acknowledging God. Now, to see exactly why I rejected Hinduism and Buddhism in my quest for truth, you can see my 2 articles I published, Hinduism and Buddhism. But I urge you to carefully read and investigate fully how morality actually proves that God exists. There is a reason why there is right and wrong. Now, my argument is that the best, most reasonable account for objective morality is that necessarily, if moral values exist, then God exists. Necessarily, moral values do exist. Therefore, necessarily, God exists. In other words, if God does not exist, morality would most certainly be relative. If God does not exist, objective moral values and duties do not exist. But objective moral values and duties do exist. Therefore, God exists. Investigate fully. Listen, a belief in karma as an impersonal boomerang is illogical. The truth is as it is written in Galatians 6, 7-8. Do not be deceived. God is not mocked. For whatever a man sows, this he will also reap. For the one who sows to his own flesh will from the flesh reap corruption, but the one who sows to the Spirit will from the Spirit reap eternal life. So yes, you will reap what you sow. And just as someone is able to harvest what they plant, it is true in both our physical lives and our spiritual lives that a seed planted is nothing without the one who brings that seed to life and causes it to be something. The one who gives life and creates something out from nothing is the Creator God. So yes, we will be judged, but not by karma. Rather, we will be judged by a personal being who is Lord and Judge over all. Seek and you will find. The Creator desires a relationship with you.